What's up, everyone? Mitchell J here, the Scaredy Cat Guide. And before we take a look at Bitcoin and some of the other cryptos, I want to talk about expectations. The reason I bring this up is I did a video about a week ago talking about Tom Lee's prediction that we were going to get a crypto rally because of the consensus conference going on in New York last week, and how I kind of went back looking at Bitcoin to see if there's a real correlation there, and there really wasn't. I didn't look at the alts. There could have been, some correlation there, or a little more substantial correlation, but the bottom line is it wasn't there with Bitcoin, and that's still, the lead dog. So um, it got me thinking about how people make these calls for Bitcoin 20K, Bitcoin 50K, and you'll see um, actually right here, you can see the little blurb talking about Lee admitting the poor prediction, and he still thinks, Bitcoin is going to be at 25K by the end of the year. I actually completely disagree with that. And that's not that I'm not bullish on Bitcoin, but at the same time, think about what kind of return that is. I think everyone looks at this move we got late last year and for some reason thinks like this is going to happen again or this is the norm when this right here is an aberration. Um, the price action that we've gotten, in the past, more like this is more reality. You can even see what's going on over the last 6 months. We're basically in this big range. We're in a, what is that, 5,000 point range. And on top of that, I mean, even look at the last 6 months. We started the year up around 13K or so. We're at 8 now. So we're down 5,000 points over 6 months. All right. So if we were up, if we flipped that and we're up $5,000 points, like 5,000 points essentially has been the range of the last 6 months. So if that's let's say it's the range of the next 6 months going forward for the second half of the year, and let's say it's to the upside, where does that put us? You know what I mean? That gets us above these prior highs, puts us, into the 13s, 13.5, and that'd be an awesome return. I mean, heck, even if we clear these prior tops here and get into the 12s, from 8,500 up into the 12s, you're looking at a 40% return. So if we ended the year with Bitcoin above 12,000 and you got in right now, you'd have a 40% return. Where else are you getting a 40% return? Are you getting it from the stock market? You're definitely not getting it from the bonds market. Are you even getting it from currencies or metals? Probably not. So that's how crazy crypto still is with expectations, in that a 40% return is not even exciting to people or not even enticing. People want 20K, and that would be more than double. I mean, that'd be like 140% return. Um, it's crazy. It really is. So I just kind of want to put that out there. Obviously, I want Bitcoin to go up. I want all cryptos to go up. And, if the price action can give us some positive momentum, then, hopefully we get there. But let's get back to our targets. Right now, our first main milestone is that 10K. But let's zoom back in a little bit. And you can see after getting down, we didn't quite get down to 78, 7,900. We got, 79.50 basically, and then got a little bounce here. So that's good. Ideally, what we want to do is get back above this trend line and try and make a run at this prior top here that came basically just shy of 10K, so we can hopefully breach that psychological level of 10K. So, looking at this thing, same thing basically. Our downside is 79, 7,800. Our upside, well, right now the first thing we want to do is break this prior top of 8,800 and get back into this little range, and then make a run at the high of this range and hopefully push higher and get through 10K. So upside, you're looking at 88 and then, essentially 98. But until we get above 88, we can't even think about 10K. And then again, downside, our first target is, 79, 78. And if it doesn't hold that for some reason, then sadly we could see the mid sixes again. So let's hope we can consolidate here a little bit and get some upward momentum. It'll be interesting to see how this longer term trend line plays out. It's starting to get pretty messy. I mean, it got back in it, it tested it. It was doing good for a while, failed, basically tested it in terms of trying to get back in, failed. That's not positive. I hope this really wasn't like the kiss goodbye, and we're going to end up, seeing prices go back down to the sixes. But all we can do is wait and see and know our price points. Again, right now, would I buy Bitcoin? Would I sell Bitcoin? I would do neither. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's in the middle above this support, below this prior top. I wouldn't do anything. I talked about this the other day. So if we look at Ethereum, much more clean, and essentially, held this support level. And if we were to get long anything, I would have gotten long this, because clear and defined, trading much better than Bitcoin, much more positive looking price, much price chart, much cleaner price chart, much cleaner trading action, and clear defined risk reward. I mean, basically hold this level or not. If it doesn't hold this level, we get out. Obviously bounces, we got upside all the way to 815, 820. Pretty good risk reward there. You know what I mean? You're looking at over 100 points, and you were risking probably 20, if that. So very good. I mean, that's like basically getting like 5-to-1 risk reward, and like I said, 2-to-1 or better. 2-to-1 is the bare minimum, but not really desirable. It's just the bare minimum. So again, it's kind of what we're looking at. We'll see how things play out. I'm interested to see if we can get a little push. We've kind of bounced the last couple of days here over the weekend, and I'm hoping we can see upward momentum. I'm interested to see if Ethereum's going to make a move off this, support level that's pretty prominent. There's a lot of price action here. We've talked about it before, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a crypto bounce, if you see Ethereum shoot right up to the low eights. And in the end, I still think it is dictated a lot by Bitcoin. Even though other coins can show relative strength, relative weakness, I think the overall direction is still dictated by Bitcoin, and that influence is probably weakening each and every month, but it's still prevalent enough. So anyway, that is it for now. Just wanted to talk a little perspective, talk about, people making 25K, 50K Bitcoin, predictions by the end of the year. And I think that's insane. I honestly don't think we'll breach 20K by the end of the year. And I will be ecstatic if we're above 12K at the end of the year, and even, more happy if we're up at like 15, 16, which is certainly possible. But who knows? I could be wrong. We could get some sick catalyst that sends us mooning again to 20K. And if we moon from 8 to 20, you know what I'm doing? Selling. Because when you more than double something in a very, very, very short time frame, what happens? I think we've already seen what happens. Let's take another look as a reminder. Oh yeah, you go from 6 to 20 in a month, less than a month. And then what happens? Oh, you come all the way back down to where? 6. Anyway, I'm just having fun now, so let me go, and I will see you on the next video. I'll put a link in the show notes as always to a bunch of free good content in regards to trading crypto, understanding how it all works. There's a link for the ebook as well, coupled with those videos. So feel free to check it out and learn all you can and make better decisions with crypto. All right, I will see you guys on the next one.